Cimo! What's going on, guys? It's Cimo, and today I'm bringing you an Astral Pack 6 spoiler list that just went up today. So what I wanted to do was go through this list one by one and just see how good these picks really were for Astral Pack 6. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So to start off, we actually have Tour Guide from the Underworld being an ultimate rare. Now, that's pretty amazing because I'm guessing a lot of people are going to be really coveting that, especially since Burning Abyss is the best deck of the format right now. So I think that was a really good pick. Next up is Big Eye, which I feel like Big Eye is a little late. Dragon Ruler format, Myrmeleo format, that's kind of like all said and done already, so I feel like Big Eye is kind of like a little late. Same thing goes for Traptrix Traphole Nightmare, which is the last of the three ultis. Traptrix Traphole Nightmare, you know, that was like kind of like when Hat was becoming a thing. So again, I feel like they're kind of late to the party on these ultis, but nonetheless, I'm excited for Ulti Tour Guide. That's gonna look incredible. So let's get into the supers. We have Super Traptrix Myrmeleo, which, again, they're a little bit late on that one. I mean, no one really plays Hat anymore. You know, Myrmeleo was really popular back when, like, Worlds was happening, or Nats was happening, but, yeah, Myrmeleo's not really played a whole lot right now. This one's interesting. White Dragon Wyvernbuster and Black Dragon Collarserpent. That's really good. I think that's a good pick, considering that, you know, Chaos Shaddolls is a thing, and these cards have only come in common, so it's really, they're gonna look beautiful to see those in Super. Next up is Superheavy Samurai Big Benkei. I don't really know if Superheavy Samurai is actually gonna be a thing or not, but I think that's kind of a random pick. I mean, I want to eat my own words on that. They might, who knows, maybe Superheavy Samurai is gonna be busted one day, but for right now, you know, I could pass on that. Shaddoll Beast is really cool. That's the next one. Shaddoll Beast being a super, this means that not only is it good because Shaddoll Beast will be super, but it's cool because now they're going to start going down the Shaddoll archetype and start hollowing them out because they're all rares or commons, so I think that's really cool. Underworld fighter Balmung. He's somewhat still used, not like in like huge amounts, but I mean, I guess in like random synchro decks, so, you know, whatever. Rhapsody and Berserk. I was actually thinking Rhapsody and Berserk was going to be reprinted as a super. I also wanted to see Ragna Zero. I think that would be really awesome, especially since Ragna is still used tremendously, like in the Cliffort mirror match, so, but Rhapsody's cool. Speaking of Cliffort, Summoner's Art's going to be a super, and I feel like a lot of the Cliffort fans are going to be wanting to covet those super Summoner's Arts. And then Bujincarnation super, which is really interesting because a lot of people were expecting that Bujins were going to be finished because they just did Turtle in Astral Pack 5, and so everyone's like, oh, Bujins are done. No one really thought about Bujincarnation becoming super, so that's pretty cool. And finally, Infernity Break as the last super, which, again, they're kind of late to the party on that, now that Infernity is kind of dead. But, whatever, it's Konami. So for the commons, Sea Kamen, Gruesome Goo, Amazon of the Seas. I don't know if these might be OCG, like we might have never gotten these, I'm not 100% sure. King of the Skull Servants. Vanity's Fiend as a common is probably one of the best commons that's ever come out of Astral Pack, period. Especially considering where the format is, I think that was a really good hit. It would have been nice to see it as a super, but common means it'll be easier to pull unless they like short print it, which short printing in an Astral Pack, that's kind of like an oxymoron, but whatever. Then Dalgion the Dark Dragon Lord. I mean, I think he's only been printed once. He might have been printed twice, so I mean, he's a cool looking card, but I mean, he's not going to see any play, obviously. Machina Fortress, sure, why not? Don't really, I mean, everyone who wants Fortress pretty much has it, so having it as a common just kind of like meh. Man-Eating Black Shark is a fusion of the three other ones, which I'm pretty sure that's an OCG exclusive common too, like from way back in the day. Madolche Queen Tiaramisu. That's, again, Madolche's kind of don't really do a whole lot right now, but Tiaramisu nonetheless is a common. That's kind of cool. Onto the spells. Nobleman of Crossout. It's kind of a random pick, but it's not the worst pick, I guess. It's kind of relevant. Thunder Crash. Thunder Crash is actually interesting because Thunder Crash can be used in a deck, you know, like Yang Zing, or you can really, in all honesty, use it in a Burning Abyss deck or like a Shaddoll deck because it'll trigger all the monsters. So Thunder Crash is an interesting pick. I guess it's kind of applicable. And then Monarchs Stormforth as the final spell. Amazing card right now, so I mean, hell, why wouldn't they want to get more copies of it out there? It would have been really cool to see Monarchs Stormforth as a super, though. And moving on to the trap, Ceasefire is a common. I think that's a good pick. It's kind of a, it's an okay side deck card, so I feel like that was a good pick. Royal Command. Unfortunately, Royal Command got errated. I did a whole video on like how that card's history has been. So Royal Command's not as good as it could have been, but you know, I guess it's in here. It's kind of relevant right now. And then Curse Seal the Forbidden Spell. I think that's really good, considering that Cliff Forts and Shaddolls are a thing. So I feel like that was a good pick. Overall, it's kind of disappointing. I feel like they were just really late on a lot of things, you know? Things like Big Eye and Traptrix Trapple Nightmare, Traptrix Myrmeleo. It's like, a lot of these cards, they're just so late on. Like, it would have been cool to see maybe, like, a Burning Abyss monster as a super, like Sir or Graph even, just something like that. What else could they have done? They could have done, like, I wanted to see Leo in here. Leo as like a super, or like ideally as an ultimate, because Leo is one of the best cards ever. It is like debatably one of the best synchro monsters in the game. So I feel like that, especially since it's being used right now, I feel like that would have been incredible if they would have done that, but that's just unfortunate. But yeah, so there you have it, guys. That is the Astral Pack 6 spoiler list. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think and what you think about the list altogether. What would you have wanted to see out of Astral Pack 6? So thank you guys so much for watching the video. We'll see you next time.